So, there's two dreams I do want to tell, and they're both relevant to dogs. They're kind of horror, both of them, but actually, one of them is thriller. So, I'm going to explain it. This dream was a few days ago, but what happened was I was walking around this one neighborhood, and there was a court area. And before I got to that area, I saw there was a dog chained to a tree. And I figured he would be in the scene later, so I kept walking. Then I got to the court area and there were a few houses like a typical neighborhood. I guess I was tired because then I decided to sit down on a chair that somebody laid down in front of their driveway. But I didn't sit down on the chair that they basically laid down. I snapped it in half, then put it together like it was some kind of beach tanning chair. That was when I laid down. I then got back up after that. Then I walked back to where I came from. On the way back, I saw the dog again as well. Then, this here is a crazy part. Jason Voorhees was walking. He was walking the same area that I was going in, and I guess he went through a store. He definitely went past the dog. But then he went to the court area. The same area that I was in. Not only the same chair was out there again, it was basically back to default, and he did the same thing where he snapped the chair in half and then put it together like it was some kind of beach tanning chair. And then he didn't sit down for some reason, and he started looking in people's windows, and some lady in one of the houses saw him, and she went out and she kept shouting that he was a P3RV. She kept shouting that to him as he backed away back to where he came from, and he went back inside the store again. Then Jason saw another lady that was inside the store, and I guess that was the neighbor's friend, because she also kept saying the same thing, and she was gonna call the police. And right before she did, or before any group of people came along, because I guess a storm was coming, I guess Jason strangled her. Then the other lady afterwards, in reality, it was showing him strangling two things of beef broth for some reason. But then he saw two people from where he walked from. It was from that court area. And I guess he was pretending he was one of the survivors of the natural disaster happening, because there was a flood going on outside and they were running inside. And somehow Jason found a way to hide in the bodies. After that, all of them were running, and then I heard Jason say, "This way," when they all were in some kind of fruit area in the store. They pointed to where the exit was, but then they all saw the dog, and it was about to drown. The two men had to go help out the dog, and when they did, they all ran towards the exit, and they all were safe. And I guess they all were trying to get to know each other for some reason. I don't know if Jason was trying to trick them to think he was normal or something, but that was when I woke up. That was the first dream. Now, this dream was actually what I dreamt about last night, but I remembered, I guess it was dark outside, and I think I was in my grandma's house. But it was me, my mom, and my little brother. We were hanging out, and I guess we were chilling and everything. Then I remember my mom registered a German Shepherd, and he was with us, but I found out a little later when I came back to his cage, not only he was gone, but I had a really bad feeling that something bad happened to Nora, which is my other dog at Mom's house. And when I looked for her, she was still there. And I looked at the German Shepherd's cage, and I think I saw a book that smelled like blood for some reason. So I gave the scent to Nora, and she sniffed. She wasn't skilled at being a hunting dog, so I moved on. I still had a bad feeling that that German Shepherd was crazy in a way. Me and my little brother then went to the backyard, and that was when I wanted to go on a walk, but not too deep. I think I said I wouldn't go deep in the forest or something like that, and my little brother wanted me to stay safe, and so he kept saying that I should stay in the house with Mom and him. And so I tried to say something, but he kept interrupting my sentences, and it was starting to bug me a lot, and I kept saying, "Can I say something? Can you stop interrupting me?" But he wouldn't stop until I finally explained that I wouldn't go in the forest, that I'm just going on a walk. He still denied that I should go on a walk, so I decided to go inside. When I walked inside, my little brother was outside still. And right after I went back inside, I then got a EAS alarm from my phone that said something like, a registered German Shepherd is on the run. And I don't know if it said anything about people gone missing because of the dog, but I assume that's why the alarm was there. After it got that alarm, I immediately thought of that German Shepherd, and I thought about how scary he was. So I hurried, and I tried getting my little brother back inside. And somehow the door was stuck, and I tried to find a way to get him back inside. But that was when I woke up. That's all for the dreams I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching the Creepy Things You'll See Haunt Creeper.